Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Lost Judgment. In the last episode, which I don't exactly remember a whole lot because that was a couple weeks ago, the last thing I remember is we unlocked the Robotics Club. So that's kind of what I think I'm gonna do. The question is, where are you? You're gonna show up on the map? That's the research club. That's the cafeteria. Oh, is it? Okay. 4th floor. Oh. Oh, okay. Like that's the roof. Ow. Here we go. 4th floor. No. Hello. Oh, look at them stemming and X's.
どうも。今日から外部指導員することになった八神だけど、部長はいる？
私が部長の沖手川ドームです。理事長から話は聞いています。
そっか。それじゃあ話が早い。これからよろしくな。
The fuck is that? What are you telling? A warm welcome, I see.
八神さんでしたっけ？一つお聞きしたいことが。
Uh-oh.
ロボットに関しての知識は？
いや、
I have a drone.
特にないけど。
またこれだよ。八神さん、理事長に頼まれたのでしょうが、我々としては外部指導員など必要としていません。
え？
我々は我々だけでうまくやっていますので、部活に来ていただかなくて結構です。
Turning me away right off the bat, huh? Well, this those wrenching
沖
things.
手川くんだっけ？一応俺も仕事で来てるから、必要ないって言われても困っちゃうんだよね。邪魔はしないからさ、時々見に来てもいい。さすがに顔出さないでいると理事長に叱られるだろうし。
まあ、邪魔をしないのなら。
それじゃあ改めてよろしく。
Thanks, guys. Yeah, right. Best of friends. Here goes nothing. Better greet all the members.
Yagami da.
I'm Yagami. I was asked to act as your outside counselor starting today. It's nice to meet you. Cool. You totally ignored me. Excuse me. What's your name?
Takamori Shion.
Shion Takamori. I'm in charge of construction. What would construction entail? Following the blueprints and building the robots. Oh, so you build them. Sounds fun. What kind of robot are you making now? Hey, I'm a little busy right now. You mind? My bad. Sorry for bugging you. I need to get back to work. I have a tough time getting this bunch to open up. Hey there. Nice to meet you. Oh. Hello.
Yagami da.
My name's Yagami. I'm an advisor with the Mystery Research Club. What's your name?
車崎哲郎です。
My name's Tetsuro Kurumasaki. I'm a second year.
なあ、
Can I ask what you're making?
あ、
Oh, these?
その
These are the blueprints. I'm responsible for the designs.
へ
Oh, wow. That's pretty awesome. So is what you're drawing up now for the robotics contest?
はい。
That's right. This is incredible. You drew this? Yeah. Could he just be super shy? Oops. What is... There we go. Of course, is an anime girl though, like actual like I think that's like electrical schematics, design for. You get these guys in the claw machine, like a fairly cool 3D. I think that could be a 3D design if you had like 3D glasses, and then anime girl. Of course. And then of course you got the box of energy drinks.
なあ
What are you up to? Laying out your current milestones and workflow progression using Agile. That hit real close to home. That is what we use in programming. Huh? Like your agility? No, Agile. It's a cutting edge project. It's not really that cutting edge. Project development method that is being adopted by all sorts of software designers. True. That part is true. Aha.
まあ
I'll try to rephrase it in a more digestible way. You fucking idiot. Instead of blindly trying to build a complete model, it repeats trials, tests, and modifications to achieve the ideal form. Not necessarily. Compared to the waterfall model of the past, you can have a much shorter development cycle. It's all planning. Because there are still requirements that you need that still end up being somewhat of a waterfall model. So, the basic thing with waterfall is you have all of these things that need to be done first. And then once those are done, then you can like, it basically, you could do this, and then you could do this, and then you could do this. So it looks kind of like a waterfall. Agile tends to be grab things that you can work on, no matter what it is. As long as it doesn't have a requirement on something else, then you have to do that prerequisite. And then it goes through, like he does bring up, it goes through a bunch of testing, it goes through different iterations of it until it is good to go. I personally, I think Agile is just waterfall with more steps. Personally, because there's still requirements, there's still prerequisites that you need done. It's just a matter of like, if you're just kind of sitting there and waiting for like all of these other things to be done before you can start on your next thing that you're ready to start on, then can be where it gets to be slow. But like, why would people do that anyway? That just doesn't seem right. But regardless, to me, Agile is... the thing with Agile is it puts things into more bite-sized pieces, right? So you have what are called sprints, which are like usually 2 to 3 week intervals of like, we're going to get these 2 to 3 week, or get this amount of work done in these 2 to 3 weeks. Then be able to hand that off or deploy it to a production environment or whatever the end result is. And so it needs to like all be kind of self-contained. The difference with Waterfall is that's a little more free form. So whenever I see people like saying that like in job descriptions of like must have experience with Agile, it's just like that is not a job expectation for like a developer. Oh, sounds complicated. It's not. Well, you're not wrong. It's not complicated. It really isn't. High school students have a difficult time wrapping their heads around development models of this level. Listen. Just get work done. It doesn't matter what type of model you use, just get work done. It's that simple. The people who put different models to it are more, it's more of the project management side, which isn't a wrong way to think of it, because project managers are the ones that have to talk to the client in our case and have to make sure that things are being delivered on time. I get that, but as a developer, just get work done. Hey, this task needs to be done. All right, cool. I'll do it. That's simple. Like I said, on a project management side, which it does kind of sound like this guy is, Agile does tend to have a lot more planning. So it is a harder thing on the project manager to do. It's like I do this on a daily basis for my day job. It does require mastery and management after all. Picking our opponents for this tournament, we'll need to have flexible spec changes. That's also part of the whole Agile thing. Waterfall is a little more rigid. At least that's how it's played off. Where you have a document of things and you deliver that document of things. Agile tends to be a little more loosey-goosey. In fact, we're running a... Okay. Boy, I almost thought that was a wrong term that they were about to use. It's not, though. We're running a scrimmage with our prototype models later today. We'll examine the results and adjust our design principles for the future. He had a really standoffish vibe at first, but he's surprisingly friendly. No, he just... I don't know if this is friendly or if he's smug. Yagami-san, you made us a promise, right? Did you say you wouldn't get in our way? I take it back. Weird. Why isn't it moving? Hey there. I'm Yagami. Nice to meet you. Who might you be? Oh, well. I'm Dento Sakura, a first year. I'm the robotics lead programmer. Hey, they're kind of me. Were you having some trouble there? Yeah, it's the robot. I just can't get it to move. What do? You write the code right. That's what you do. Do you need another tongue lashing from the president? Look a little stressed out. Well, to be honest, I just recently started programming. Makes sense, these are high school kids. So I don't have a proper senpai to teach me the ropes. See, I wish I could help you out with that, but I'm not much of a programmer myself. Actually, I wonder if I still have the video. It's not a great video because it was on like a potato phone at the time. No. 'Cause I did take a robotics class in college. And I know I took a video of one of the things we did. Because it was robotics was all around Lego and building a Lego device to robot to do specific things. It's probably in my giant block of Facebook stuff. I mean, in the end, if I can't find it, I'm still scrolling for it. The goal for what we had to do was build a device that could follow a path outlined on the floor or on a table. In our case, it was a floor. Basically, you had to follow a white line, and you could use light sensors and to have it determine where the line is, essentially. It was actually not that hard to do once you kind of knew what the values were. I had some buddies of mine who I guess like took some of the code from the internet, which is part of programming. And made it their own. But essentially like plugged that into their robot, and it worked for what they were trying to do, but I think ours was better. Ours stuck with the path more accurately. Still scrolling through the giant block of Facebook photos, because none of these are in any sort of order. It's kind of as you downloaded them, they all have like the same file date. Boo. It's somewhere. I know I've seen it because I looked through it recently. But like all these are photos. None of them look like the video. Can I filter by video? Because that would be nice. Also the problem is I don't remember what year. I feel like it was either my junior or senior year of college. But again, the problem is if I can't if it's not like in that time frame of in Google Photos, like where I can easily find it, where it's actually time stamped appropriately, then that's a problem. It's still like a lot of college or a lot of like post college stuff. Do do do. If I can't find it like through this scroll, I'm not going to. And I'm back in 2012, which is still like that's post college for me. But there's a possibility where these end up being dates on how I ended up uploading them. Because I would expect it to probably be in either 2010 or maybe 2009, 2010, or 2011 is like where I would expect them if they're going to be timestamped appropriately. We're in 2011 now. Oh, now we just went into 2010. Oh, okay, I found them. Oh boy. I did say this was on potato. We have potato quality. So essentially, remember this was I think 2010 was when this came in. So as you can see here, we have this white border here, which the robots needed to follow. What we built is this robot that had 3 sensors on it. One was in the dead center that was trying to find like if it ever went off, or like let me back that up. The middle laser wanted to find the white line. If it lost the white line, if I'm remembering how we coded this properly, and one of the other lines got, or one of the other lasers got it, because we had 2 more on the outsides, then what it would do is if it hit on the left laser, it would then turn back right until it got back on the line properly. And then the same thing with the right one. If it hit the right laser, it would turn, or I guess it would turn back towards it. So this is what we ended up having with it. And it also worked when we had these corners of like having them spread out a little more, made it so that they were able to follow it a little better. So this was my buddy and his team. It was a similar thing. They had them a little more grouped together. But essentially it's the same type of thing. Also, there's ran quicker. I didn't want to make too big a movement in ours, so that way it wouldn't like skip over the line. But yeah, like I took a, also, yeah, see, like theirs lost the line and they eventually got back, but now they're going opposite direction. We're still trucking forward. And then no. And then our first one, we had to do, this was a much easier one. It was like, it wasn't a loop. It was not even a full on straight line, but you basically were going a single direction. So like the idea here is when you get to the end, you turn back around and follow it forward again. So like you can see here, we get to the end here, we notice, or the robot notices that the line ends. It turns around, or it'll turn a direction until one of the outside sensors detects it, and then once one of the outside sensors detects it, it makes that that final correction. And I think, and this is, you're trying to make me remember something from like 15 years ago. I think we had a failsafe trying to like how we had it here. If it doesn't detect something for a certain amount of time, it goes the other direction. I think that's what we did. But yeah. So I know what they're talking about. I did robotics. Everyone's keeping their guard up. Pretty much night and day compared to the dance club. Well, yeah, dance club is also a lot more outgoing. These are programmers and shit. Like, they ain't outgoing. It's time. Huh?
Oh.
Something going on? The scrimmage. Well, literally, like... I mean, I guess that sounds like robotics. Is last second shit. Ah, right. The thing you mentioned earlier. Gather data from these practice matches and make adjustments as necessary. Correct.
Nah.
Mind if I watch too? Fine. As long as you don't get in our way. Of course. Consider me a fly on the wall. Get the sense they don't like me much. What gave you that idea? Whoa, what the? This dedicated field is where matches of the Resident Evil Robo Rally are held. Dang, looks professional. I'm Matsugano from the West Mitsuya High. Looking forward to the match today. I'm Otogawa of Seiryu. Pleasure. Fucking mute your phone, asshole. What? Are you kidding? What's the matter, Takamori? Mizusaki won't be coming. What? What do you mean by that? He jammed his finger during... Is he the person who's controlling? Jammed his finger during track practice. I told him to focus his attention on the Robotics Club before the tournament.
Nah.
What's wrong? Mizusaki... Okay. This fellow on the track team who I asked to control the robot as our guest operator. So yeah. I was like, why would his finger have an issue? Oh, maybe because if he has to use it to control. So he jammed his finger and can't do it anymore? Also, how the fuck did he jam his finger on the track team? I guess if you fall, you can do that. It's actually maybe not that difficult. Can anyone else in the club operate it? Well, I mean... What? Me? No way. I suck. I'm famous for my butterfingers. Robots are radio controlled, so they're a bit unconventional. Mizusaki isn't part of the club, but he had the experience, so I asked for his help. I see. Fine. How about I do it? No. Not Takamori.
Huh?
What? Why the hell not? That's your reason right there. You have a very short fuse. We can't afford you getting emotional in the middle of a match. It's not gonna happen. Radio controlled, huh? In that case...
Nah.
Mind if I be the operator? What? You? Yagami-san? I actually use a drone for my work pretty often. I know my way around radio controls. Operating drones? How much experience do you have? About 5 years worth. I'd like to think I can handle a little more delicate situation like this too. No way. Forget it. What are you even saying? Very well. Yagami-san. Please take over as our operator. What? Otogawa, you son of a... This is the best course of action we can take for today. It's the optimal solution. He's definitely a project manager. Oh, no. Why is this even an option? He isn't even in the club. It should be me. It should have been me, not him. I'm fucking Yu-Gi-Oh. Like I said, process of elimination. Oh yeah, this song. Hey. So like, this guy's a teacher, right? The Resident Evil, I'm gonna call it the Resident Evil Robo Rally because it's fucking funny to me. Permits adult participation as well. There shouldn't be an issue. I mean, yeah, but... Otogawa, can you show me the controls? This fucking guitar riff, though, fucking rips hard. Yes, of course. Give us about 5 minutes, Matsugana-san. Huh? Well, fine, I guess. Okay. You'll be divided into blue and red teams and battle each other in a territory control game using 3 robots. On a battlefield composed of multiple panels, you'll take and position blocks to expand your own team's territory. You win if you fulfill one of the following conditions. You have more territory, or you take over the enemy team's base. The base is your initial position at the start of a match and the point where a robot returns when it's destroyed. Robots that are destroyed will be forced to return to their team's base and temporarily cannot return to the match. Let me teach you how to control the robot. Thanks, I appreciate it. Due to recent technological advancements, you can control every function using your smartphone. Wild! Or maybe a PS4 controller. Oh, so it really is like the drone. Yeah, I can work this. In a match other than the leading unit, you'll directly control Yagami-san. You'll be forming a team of 3 with 2 other AI control units. Okay. However, since we're limited on time, you'll just have the leading unit to teach you the basics of robot control. Roger that. Now, a brief lecture on robot movement. Forward, back. It's literally tank controls. I'll explain how to acquire and place blocks. The rule states that whichever team holds the most territory at the end wins, so this technique is the most essential of all. Blocks will spawn at set locations on the battlefield. First, move the robot over to the block's location. You've now acquired the block. Please note that while ally units may acquire blocks, any blocks acquired are automatically transferred to the... Oh my god. This is like Dungeon Dice Monsters, I think, from Yu-Gi-Oh! Any blocks acquired are automatically transferred to the leading unit. This is due to the fact that only the leader may place blocks. Alright, go on and place the blocks. Blocks must be placed adjacent to your team's base or your own territory. This might be difficult to convey through words alone. Why don't you give it a try? Nope. Great job! Blocks can be placed if they overlap your own team's territory. So when placing blocks, try to place them leaving as few gaps as possible. Next, I'll explain how to take enemy territory. Place a block that is adjacent to your team's base or your own territory. If that block is on an enemy territory, you can steal that territory from them. In a real match, the focus is all about territories, so it's a technique that is often the deciding factor. Why don't you practice this as well? Next, a lesson on the robot's attacks and damage. These treacherous tug-of-war matches are not limited to territory battles alone. You can also unleash attacks upon the enemy using your equipped weapons. Yagami-san, the robot you're controlling has a drill equipped. Try to attack the enemy in front of you by ramming into it. Wah. Destroyed robots are automatically returned to their bases. Additionally, as a penalty, they cannot return to the game for a set period of time. Keep your guard up until the match is over, and take care not to allow your leading unit to be destroyed to the best of your abilities. This seems like an interesting enough side game. Okay, I think I got the basic controls down. Maybe able to pull this off yet. Right? Can we get a move on? Absolutely. Apologies for the wait. Yagami-san, about these skills of yours, I'd like to see what you're capable of.
Oh.
Sure thing. Just leave it to me.
やってやるぜ。
Robot awake. Yoink.
認めざるを得ないね。
いいね。
なかなかの腕だ。
よし。
Excuse me.
いいね。損害を報告しろ。
Nope. That had momentum going.
なかなかの腕だ。
Excuse me.
問題ない。
いいね。
認めざるを得ないね。
いいね。
印象がひどい。
よっしゃ。最高の気分だぜ。
Bum 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 ba-dum bum ba-da. Panels controlled 100%. Oh shit. Okay, we actually get a good chunk of robot stuff, I assume, for the drone. It's not that hard. I assume it's gonna get more difficult, but alright. For real? Oh, hey, did you actually win? Wow, on your first try too.
Nah.
So, what do you think? Not too shabby, huh? Certainly far from shabby. You may even be better than me, Mizusaki. Oh yeah? That already make the Hall of Fame? Hey, Otigawa, do not tell me you're gonna use this guy in the tournament. Takamori? This is the only option we have. Then what happens to Mizusaki? We'll just have him step down. What? He was quite temperamental, maybe even a bit unstable. No, damn it. Even so, you ever heard of something called a pecking order? Why give the job to an outsider who just showed up today? It was the optimal solution. Otigawa, if you're gonna axe that Mizusaki kid for me, or just for me, it feels a little... I don't know. To be honest, he was acting as our operator reluctantly. Seemed he had his heart set on track and field club. Oh, is that so? That's right. He always wanted out of the robotics club. That's why, frankly, I didn't want him to be the operator for the tournament. If that's the case, then I guess it's no big deal. Moving on, Yagami-san. I'd like to thank you in advance. Yeah, no problem. Not talking to you. Suppose I could say I successfully infiltrated the robotics club, but making friends with everyone? That's another story. Need to earn the club members' trust somehow, so I can get a little info out of them. Oh, before that, I should report back to Yamasawa. She was worried the robotics club wouldn't even take me in. Look what I did. I got involved with a bunch of nerds. I'm kidding, the nerds are my people. It is where I feel at home. You know. Yep. I'm actually like kind of understanding the layout of the school more. Ow. Sort of. Amazing. You can use vague words to perform a search. Right? We fill up the database more. Think we could sell it to a writer or something?
Nah.
What's up? Itakura-san made an encyclopedia where you can search for the tricks of a mystery. Mystery trick encyclopedia? On the computer? Yep. I read every book of the club and got bored. So I compiled all the tricks from every book. But compiling them alone isn't very fun, so I turned it into an app. Just a basic text-based dictionary. It's really incredible. You can even sort the titles based on criteria such as locked room or psychological deception. You can really do that? Indeed. What's more is that vague search terms are enough to bring up results. Animals, string, and ice, for example. A mystery enthusiast might even pay a pretty penny to have this.
Itakura.
Itakura, you know how to program? Huh? Of course I can. We learned it in class. Pretty much anyone can do it. Okay, like, chill out. That may be, but not just anyone can do all this. Really? I guess so. Itakura has some programming under her belt, huh? Sakura-kun over at Robotics Club was having some trouble with programs. Maybe Itakura could teach him a thing or two.
Nah.
Question for you, Itakura. You have any interest in the Robotics Club?
Huh?
What do you mean? Kid's having some trouble with a program for his robot. Sure it would be nice if someone would help him out. Not interested. Why don't you give me the time of day? Interesting. So they were unsure about you, but it seems you managed to gain Otegawa-kun's trust. Can't say for sure. In Otegawa's eyes, maybe he just landed himself a convenient pawn. To Otegawa-kun, maybe. In any case, if you continue to gain the members' trust, you might find some clues about the professor. Yamasawa-senpai? About this professor? What is it? We really need to put all this effort into catching him. Sorry? What I mean is, the only people getting duped are crooks, right? So why don't we just stay out of the way? Maybe the school would be a better place if all those morons just disappeared. Itakura-san, why would you say something like that? Yamasawa-senpai, I'm just gonna say it. I have no intention of playing detective with you so we can save a bunch of idiots. Besides, I'd take the Moriarty or the Fiend with 20 faces over some hypocrite detective any day.
Nah.
Now, why don't you just agree to disagree? I was putting in the work, Itakura. Don't belittle her for it. Yeah, whatever you say, Yagami-sensei. I know I've said this before, but you're still a member of the MRC. That means you'll help out in the investigations as needed. Say what? That's right. You don't get to just read the latest mysteries for free. The club's funds this month all went to mysteries you read, you know? No work, no more mysteries. You're seriously holding the mysteries hostage? Super unfair. I know she isn't feeling up to it. But I really do want Itakura to help investigate the Robotics Club. See if I can change her mind later. All right. Let's see. Continue investigating Robotics Club. I am making no main story progress, which I think is actually really fucking funny. These aren't even like side missions. This is just a second story. No. Hello. Empty. Okay, time to see what everyone's up to. Perfect. Takamori and Kurumisaki are right on schedule. Sakura, how's everything on your end? Were you able to fix that bug you reported the other day? The one responsible for the machine's immobility? Well, no. to be honest, hasn't been fixed yet. Another failure in communication. This is the third time you didn't report in. Mr. Agile is not holding scrums every day to be able to have these conversations of this ABC. That's another part of Agile, is a quick like 15-minute meeting either every day or every other day. The project I'm currently on does 15-minute meetings every other day. But the whole point of it is to report to the not the community manager, the program manager, project manager, the PM, that like things that it's literally laid out as, what did you do yesterday or the last couple days? What are you working on today? And do you have any issues? So for example, a lot of the things that I've been doing, without getting into detail about the project that I'm on, because like, I don't think it's like, I didn't sign an NDA or anything like that. Ethically, I don't like talking about current projects. You'll see if you ever go to my website, you'll see that I have like past projects that I'll put on there because like they're in the past. I'm not actively working on them. But for example, I'm working on a slideshow for a page, right? And specifically, I'm working on a specific slide that has these different criteria to whether or not it shows or hides. So like what I did on Friday, specifically with like for our scrum on Friday, I was like, hey, so I worked on this ticket, got that finished, submitted it for a pull request and for review, so that my senior or the architect on the project can look it over, make sure everything is good. He merged it into the development branch since we're still in development, so that way all the other developers can have it. Today I'm going to be working on this other slide. Currently I don't have any questions about it. That's all I need to say. That's why it's usually 15 minutes. 50 minutes to a half hour, depending on how many people are in it. But Altigawa doesn't sound like he's doing that. Always be in contact. I'm sorry. Communication is actually a big thing with Agile. Communication reporting sounds more like running a business. Yo, Otagawa. Need a hand with anything? A hand, you say? Well, let's see. Right, then I'd like to ask if you'd customize the robot. Huh? Customize? You know, changing up the robot's parts configuration. You can adjust its performance that way. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Otagawa, you know this guy's an amateur with robots, right? Why does he get to customize it too? Maneuverability isn't based on logic, it's based on feel. And it's simply more efficient to implement the opinions of the one who actually operates the thing. Also kind of what I do. It's like, I want the people who are going to be using the website that I'm working on to be able to tell me what they want with it. I get that, but it's just weird. Putting too much in his hands. Let me put it this way, Takamori. A robot's parts are to an operator what shoes and gear are to an athlete. The operator knows which parts improve a robot's mobility and offense by getting a proper feel for it. That's why Serial Robotics Club has valued operator feedback for generations. Yeah, but still. It's the optimal solution, Takamori. He talks like a robot. Fine, damn it. Anyway, Yagami-san, why don't we give it a try? Uh-oh. About robot customization. When customized, you can develop new parts in parts development. You can also change the configuration of your robot parts in parts rearrangement. Let's go ahead and try customizing. Okay. First, we should aim to develop parts with higher performance than the current robot parts. Okay. Fucking balance motor. Developing parts requires material and funds. You can obtain materials as a reward from winning matches. You may even be able to utilize some items on you as material if there are belongings you no longer need. Feel free to provide them. As far as funding is concerned, it will be covered by the Robotics Club. Fat tongue there. It'll be covered by the Robotics Club. Wow. I'll leave the development decisions up to you, Yagami-san, but just keep in mind you'll be limited by the club's funds. We prepared materials from the Robotics Club. I don't know why I can't say that right now. Robotics Club. So feel free to develop the parts as you see fit. So we have one already. I need to build one of these, it looks like. Fucking weapon is a gun. Sure. Ta-da! I see. So the machine was lacking those parts. Next, why don't you affix the parts you just developed? Yagami-san, please place the newly developed parts onto the robot. So that's the chassis. Better? So this is how it works. I think I get it. After we receive the results of the scrimmage, we look into the necessary countermeasures and include any fixes in the development cycle. If you'd like any parts made on your end, please let us know, Yagami-san. Kunimazaki can draw them up for you. You can change the parts, configuration of the robot, total cost exceeds the cost limit. The robotic's performance will significantly drop during the match. Spending materials and funds, you can... yeah, that makes sense. Does that mean the robot's performance hinges on Kunimazaki-kun's design abilities? Oh no, it's not like that. It's just design. I just design whatever the president tells me to. And so, well, in any case, sounds like I'll be asking you to make a bunch of stuff for me. Looking forward to working together. Okay. Yep, definitely one of those shy ones. Can I... Still shows that I could do stuff, so... Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh, I can't talk to any of them. Oh, that's probably why. The nerve of that cheeky little robot nerd. He thinks he can just go and hire an outside counselor? Are you the original robot? The robot operator? Huh? Aren't you from the MRC? Yagami. Just started as the Robotics Club outside counselor, too. Oh my. That means you're him. Nope. My name's Yukari Kuta. I'm the advisor to the Robotics... Fucking... I can't say Robotics Club. You got business with them? I take it no one told you an outside counselor was coming in. Or was coming. I guess you heard me. Yeah, isn't that just awful? Oh, right. If you're here as counselor, would you have time for a chat? Perhaps just over there? Yeah, let's do that. I was actually hoping to speak to the teacher who was the acting advisor. Ba-da-boo. It's not just over there. It's literally on the first floor now. There aren't many students around right now. It's a great spot to relax and talk. Okay, time to ask Akuza-sensei about the robotics club. It's like my tongue doesn't want to do Robotics Club. It's Robotics Club. So I've been hearing the Robotics Club. I have to like enunciate that so much more. Members and the advisor don't get along too well. Yes, you heard right. Anytime I check in on the club's activities, they pretend I don't exist. It's incredibly frustrating. Why is it like this? Probably because I was against letting them enter the Resident Evil Robo Rally. Really? Why not give them your support? It's not the kind of tournament an ordinary high school robotics club like ours should be competing in to begin with. They'll only embarrass themselves. Participants include researchers from technical schools, colleges, and even companies. All of whom are highly knowledgeable and well-funded. Didn't they take part in the robotics contest last year too? That time, it was all in the name of good fun. But Otigawa-kun is different. After he took over as president, he managed to lock down a sponsorship. If they lose now, they'll have the whole world laughing at them. No kidding. And don't get me started on all the late nights they've put into prepping for this thing. As their advisor, I'm required to work overtime with them, which I don't even get paid for. And despite all this, as soon as I show my face at that club room, they ignore me. They're rude. It just gets under my skin. Huh. The friction between advisor and the club really runs deep. This Otigawa kid. We chatted while the club was in session, and he seemed like a model student. Well, he certainly is a wonder. The Robotics Club really turned around thanks to him. Previous members were just a bunch of kids who loved robots. The club was more of a hobby to them. I pop in from time to time, and they'd be reading manga, taking naps, things like that. Like a lazy culture club. You can imagine why I admired Otigawa-kun's razor-sharp gumption at first. He changed up the system so our 4 members could build a high-quality robot, plus he pulled in major funding from a shopping district. Did I mention those funds totaled over 1 million yen? Over 1 million? That's incredible. What kind of shopping district would dish out that much? Is it in a Jinsho?
Yeah.
No, it's apparently where Otigawa is from, a shopping district in Tokyo. Acquaintances of his whom he somehow persuaded. He really is something. We're all good. Thanks a bunch, Akuta-sensei. I think you answered pretty much everything I wanted to know. Glad to hear it, just as long as it helps. What do you think, Yagami-sensei? Do you think you can win over the Robotics Club? Jesus Christ. Honestly, I still sense some pretty big walls up between us. Wouldn't doubt it. Those kids really don't like adults. It's common for kids that age. Always think that adults like us can't possibly understand them. Or, you know, it's because you wouldn't let them enter the Resident Evil Robo Rally. Whew, well, I feel much better after getting all that off my chest. Now, if you'll excuse me. Guess Akuta-sensei really needed to vent. Just to double check. Yep.
Yagami-san.
Okay, Yagami-san, let's head to the scrimmage. We'll utilize any feedback you give us to develop future modifications. Roger, leave it to me. Ooh, new parts. Okay, I don't have enough stuff for that. Don't have enough for that. Okay. Can't really do anything. Oh my god, the defense. Is that? Oh. Oh, Deus Ex Machina. I see what they did. That's fucking funny. You're running supports. And you're running defense. Okay, I can't really... Oh, wait, hold on. Can I do another 2 of those batteries? No, I can't. I guess it does upgrade defense a little bit. Speed motor. Okay. Okay. I can't really do anything at this point. Which makes sense. Like, I haven't really done anything at all. So...
Yagamiki, ikimasu. Yoshi. いいね。ダメージ。気合で。いいね。いけ。この程度。よっしゃ。よし。いいね。いけるぞ。こんなダメージ。気合で。
バイ。
いいね。いいね。よっしゃ。この程度。最高の気分だぜ。
Okay, let's see. Wait, we'll do the other scrimmage.
八神さん。
おう。
Other practice match, I should say. Huzzah! Okay. Okay, I can't skip through that, thankfully. Okay. I think the motors are fine as is. Hmm. Okay. So the batteries are now... Batteries are now upgraded. The shield, I think, is a good one for you. I don't know what the hammer fucking does. Okay, so going against them, it doesn't like show a check mark that I've beaten them. So whatever, we'll do this one. We'll do this one. We'll do the final or the scrimmage, and then we will kind of see where we go from there. Hi. Excuse me.
なかなかの腕だ。
いいね。
これはどうだ。いけ。
やられたな。よし。いいね。よっしゃ。いいね。よし。
がひどい。認めざるを得ないね。
マジかよ。
問題ない。これはどうだ。
いいね。
これだ。なかなかの腕だ。
It doesn't matter. I need one more to put in.
最高の気分だぜ。
Hey.
八神さん。
おう。
Power motor. Yeah, okay. Doesn't really change anything. Of the parts that I have, like, I don't have the best of the best, but I do have about as much as I can get.
いいね。よっしゃ。いけ。
いいですぞ。
そうし
ますか。
よし。いいね。いいね。
なんですと。
Oh, boo.
いいですぞ。
よし。
Ooh.
よっしゃ。
Oh, well, now I can do this. And game. Oh, I can't. Oh, I fucked it.
いけ。
いいですぞ。
There we go. I probably could have won earlier. Ooh, I got rubber now. Everything appears to be running smoothly. Huh? Doesn't seem to be moving at all. Not sure why. What? Oh, good. Not even a peep. How strange. Oh, could it be? Sakura, do you know something about this? Oh, well, actually, there's still this bug where it won't accept any inputs. What? You haven't fixed it yet? But it still moved afterwards. And I tried over and over to reproduce the bug, but I couldn't. Didn't have the time before the scrimmage. Thought it'd be fine. This bro's a perfectionist too. Why didn't you report it? What was your plan if the bug popped up during a match? If this was... Okay, this is a toxic kind of a project manager. If this was the real deal, then what? Sorry. Identify the bug and solve it by the next scrimmage. Yes. I don't mean to keep repeating myself, but I'll say it again. Always be in contact. Remember that. I will. I mean, it's true that failing to report something can be a problem. I still feel kind of bad for the kid. You okay, Sakura-kun? Why am I like this? Why am I always like this? Sakura-kun. Oh, fuck yeah, my teamwork is up. Why? Why won't you move? Sakura-kun, what's going on? Sorry I can't help out. I just don't know much about programming. He's really been backed into a corner, huh? Oh boy. This is indeed a problem. Can't even have a scrimmage in this state. You realize you're the one who's also putting them under a lot of pressure, right? Like, more than I think you need. Ojigawa, do you know what's causing the bug? I gave it a look, but I couldn't identify the cause of the issue. Gotcha. So shut the fuck up. Programming, huh? Well, there is one person who knows a thing or two about that. May have gotten rejected once already, but maybe I can ask again. Message. Yagami-san, something rather interesting appeared in one of the school courtyard's walls. It's something related to the professor. You'll find it near the back of the school. Okay, I'll check it out. Okay. Cool. That will be in the next video. So for those of you who are watching on YouTube, thank you all so much for watching. I'm Blurry Phoenix. And game on.